In as much as people are saying real estate, real estate, real estate, this is the implication. These are the consequences when you do not do your research before you get into real estate. Just because you just picked one money, you think you just want to come and bury it on real estate. If you don't do your research, this is what will happen to you. Yes, in as much as people are telling you to jump into real estate also you have to do your research, you have to do your assignment, and you need to be sure of the land and the property that you are getting. Because to make money today in this society, not be beans. I hope I've been able to teach you something. Guys, a lot of you always wonder why your houses are demolished. Now take a look at this. If you look at this house, you would see that it is already constructed. Like the person had already put in down to the pipe. For most of you who do not understand, this is called piping. Now, what is going to make them demolish your house when it's almost at the verge of completion? That is what I'm going to be teaching you, because these days, a block of cement is very expensive. A bag of cement is over 9,500 naira. The cost of building now and the cost of building before, it's no more the same thing. So you need to pay attention, because everybody is going into real estate. It's not just making money and going into real estate. It's buying the right plot of land and doing the right thing. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you on this video. Don't go, stay with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video, like this video, because there is something to learn. The first thing you should take note when you're buying a property is, where are you buying this land? Who are you buying this land for? Are you sure that this land is not government property? Are you sure you are not encroaching government land? These are one major factor, because most times you buy land from criminals, from all these village people, from all these community people. They sell the land to you and sell it to someone else. So when you want to get into real estate and you want to buy a land, the first thing is to understand who you are buying this land from. Very important. Whether you spend billions of naira or you spend millions of naira and your land encroaches into the road, or the government tomorrow wants to do something, they will demolish your property. So first of all, you need to have foresight. Ask questions. It's not just when you pick money, you will just jump and want to go and buy a property. First is, who am I buying this land for? Where am I buying it from? Make sure that the land does not encroach government property. And be very careful, those of you who buy lands on the roadside, make sure that this land is not on the roadside, whereby in future, if they want to expand a road or they want to bring some sort of development to a certain place, it will not affect your house. 2, does the land have C of O? Very, very important. Real estate is no longer a joke. C of O is very, very important. It kind of gives you some sort of clarity that this property is not encroaching the government land. Do you understand? So when you're buying this property, you need to be sure that, okay, you can get a C of O, and it is the legitimacy of the property that can make them give you a C of O. So you need to do your verification before you bury your money, so that you don't end up investing into real estate. Because one thing about developing houses is the fact that if you do not check if this thing has encroached to government property and if it's the right source you're buying this land from, it might discourage you from building other houses. Because I don't see how you're going to build a particular house and the house is being demolished and you want to build another one. So it's actually going to help you move forward. But once you just start up a property and somebody demolishes your property, I don't think you'll be encouraged to do another one. So you need to keep your eyes and your ears on deck. First of all, like I said, find out if it's a government encroached land, because there are parts of the society or a community where have that futuristic plan for the government to want to invest in. Be very sure that the land is not on the roadside. Peradventure, they want to do some sort of expansion or development comes to the area. And you know, most times we always buy these lands in community that are underdeveloped at that point in time. Some of us do not even know when these lands are going to develop. So you might buy this land and just feel like, okay, it's not in a very prominent area. Development can come in anytime. The government can come and say, okay, we want to build. And you know what brings development to a community is the kind of houses that you're building there. Once they start to build houses in different communities, definitely the government wants to come and develop that place, especially when it comes to road. So you need to put your ears and your eyes on deck. Put your ears to the ground. When you buy a property, when you've done all your research, even when you have your CFO, put your ears to the ground. Peradventure there is any development, you can know what to do based on one or two. We are in Nigeria, where a lot of things can go up and can go down. You might actually have all the right things and the government just want to buy off that property. Yes, you can actually have the right land, have the right things around you, and government can decide to want to buy up the property. But the good thing is they are going to pay you. Either the government pay you more. If you bought the property like 4 million, 5 million, the government can decide to give you 10 million naira. Yes, depending on how more it has appreciated. So you have to put your ears to the ground to avoid this. Now, let me tell you something. Come. Before houses like this can be demolished by the government, you want to take them around so that they get to see other houses that are demolished. Before houses like this can be demolished by the government, they would have given you warning, series of warnings. But I think a lot of people actually take government warning for granted. So this is a way of them passing their message. Trust me, this is heartbreaking to see that you have put up this kind of building and it's being demolished. So most times when government says, actually when they give you that red mark, they've not acted and said, you should take away this land or you should move this fence. Please, quickly rush to the government, get papers, appeal. Do not ignore, because it is ignoring the government that actually gives you this kind of stuff. I can imagine how much the kind of money that has gone into this building is more than 50 million. More than 50 million, I can tell you, because you see this rod. Come closer so that they could see what is called rod. This thing, this rod, when you are building a house, this thing, this rod, just to put it on the decking, I don't want to tell you how many millions. I'm somebody who have houses and I have built houses. So I know how much has been buried into this place. So I hope I've been able to teach you a lot about landed properties. Now, to the government. Government, please, we want to appeal. We want to beg you. We want to cry. We, the young people, it takes us a lot to get money. The society is not fair to us. In fact, a lot of us studied economics, doctor, medicine, law, accounting in school. There are no jobs. It is our brains and our talent and our gifts that we are using to make money. It is hard, government. Please, help us, the younger people. We are going through a lot to make this money and to come and see all this. We are young. Sometimes we can be ignorant. Forgive our ignorance. Sometimes what we go through alone in the society can just make us not to reason based on one or two. Can there be better plans, better warnings before this can be demolished? This is millions of naira. Lots of the people who own this building have gone into coma, have high blood pressure, they are sick, because this is somebody's hard-earned money. Land in this particular estate is not a joke. To buy a land in this particular estate, you should be keeping like 45 to 50 million to get a land in this estate. It's not a joke. Not to talk more of when you start to build. Government, we are begging. I'm on my knees appealing for the young people like me who are hustling legitly to get their money and come back home. What is the encouragement you people are giving to the young people if because of little carelessness our properties are being demolished like this? Please, there should be more better warning, please, before it's being demolished. Or rather, the building should be sealed. Let it be sealed instead of being demolished. It can be sealed by the government, because anytime the government go and come, it will always be here instead of being demolished. So I'm using this avenue to appeal to the government on this video that instead of this demolition, it kind of makes a lot of young people want to run away, because when you come back home to want to invest in something and you come and see this, it is very, very discouraging. So this is an avenue to also plead with the government. They should find another route. Instead of demolishing, they can seal these buildings until the owners come and comply. This is so much money that is being wasted on the ground. And even if the government wants to use this property for another thing, the cost that is going to take to actually take out all these things is going to even cost so much. So instead of demolish this, why not seal the building and allow whoever owns the building to come and do the right thing? I think they'll be willing to do the right thing than this demolition. So this is an avenue to appeal with the government and to also appeal to the society. Please, if you want to get a land, or if you want to invest into real estate, be sure that it is a legit plug. If you're buying from the community, from all these artisans and people who want to sell their land, be sure that they have not sold the land to somebody and somebody have bought it and somebody have bought it before you buy it from them. Cut. Especially when you're spending millions of naira. If you want to buy both a land or you want to buy a house, please, please, please do your research. Another thing is, if you know you do not have time to do all this research on this video, buy from a real estate guru. Buy from those people who have done all the research. Go and buy a house from them. Yes, the essence of all these realtors is because they've already done that. They've built the houses. All the responsibilities of all this research lie on their neck, so you will not have to go through the stress. So either you get from all those realtors who have already built these houses in estates, but if you solely want to build a house for yourself, please do your research so that this predicament, because this is a very bad predicament, do not fall on you. So this is actually, take the camera there, this is actually a full duplex that was demolished. And this one is also a duplex that was demolished. You can see that it's almost getting to the resale level. And yet, they put it down. 1, 2, 3. Over 3 buildings. Look at one here that was demolished. Look at it. All these things are millions of naira. Millions of naira. People's millions of naira. It's not a joke. So please, in as much as people are saying real estate, real estate, real estate, this is one of the risks of real estate when you do not do your research. Cut. In as much as people are saying real estate, real estate, real estate, this is the implication. These are the consequences when you do not do your research before you get into real estate. Just because you just picked one money, you think you just want to come and bury it on real estate. If you don't do your research, this is what will happen to you. Yes, in as much as people are telling you to jump into real estate also you have to do your research, you have to do your assignment, and you need to be sure of the land and the property that you are getting. Because to make money today in this society, not be beans. I hope I've been able to teach you something. Subscribe, share, tell someone to actually look into all these things before they buy a property. I wish you best of luck. Bye. So for those of you who want to get landed properties and own houses of your own, you need to take it one step at a time. Things are really very expensive now, so that you don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Cement, road, sand, concrete, they are super duper expensive. In order not to get you discouraged, you can start it one step at a time. Start by purchasing your land. After your land, you can fence your property. After fencing, you can start up with the foundation. After the foundation, you can raise your block. After the block, you can do your decking. This is one of the most difficult part about building houses, the decking, because the rod that carries the house is so very expensive. Instead of you to cut cost and let your house collapse, it is better you take it one step at a time and build. Get stronger rods like 14 mm, 16 mm, enough that can carry the building. It is this rod that you're seeing that actually holds any building. So take it one step at a time. Don't be pressured. Don't rush your house. It's okay for you to still chill in a rented apartment until you can afford to build a very good house. Trust me, I don't think there is anybody who is going to invest money into real estate and want to come and see all this. Okay, thank you.